Hey, welcome. Happy New Year 2019. Thought I'd take you on a trip to Joann Fabric. I am fortunate enough to have 3 of them around me that are local to me. So I thought I'd take you inside and give you a few tips and tricks on where to find things. So, as a tip, my first place I go to is the remnants. I always hit the remnants first. You can find some pretty great deals in the remnants section, and they happen to have 2 or 3 of them here at this Joann's. And this is a huge, well, not huge, but this is pretty big Joann's. And I am very much into doing a lot of things with vinyl right now, and I always make sure if there's something Disney like this one, I make sure I pick it up. This is great. So I have really cute things. I just saw a piece of vinyl. Grab my cart here. And this one's kind of a different texture, different style. We can do zipper pouches with this. And one of the tips that I give is always look at, when you grab the vinyl, always look at the yardage that's on it. Because a lot of times they don't measure it properly, and they don't realize, some of the new people, when they fold it and just get it, that it's actually on a roll and it's like 54 inches, and when they come folded they end up measuring it the wrong way. So we always want to check that. I've a couple times come home and it says that it's a yard and it's actually only 1/3 of a yard. So they have some really cute stuff. But I am a remnant queen and I have probably about 10 bins full, so I become very selective now. This would be cute for the inside. That's something. It's got some little sparkles. Maybe not. I'll pass. Oh, inside. That would be cute for inside of a bag. I might go with that. I don't have a whole lot of greens. And there's duck cloth. There's all kinds of stuff that might be good when you get your Christmas stuff. This one's cute with blue. I think I'll grab that one. Another piece of vinyl. Perfect. Very rare have I ever paid full price for vinyl, especially at Joann's. So this one's a little over half a yard. And it looks pretty good like it is, so I'm going to grab this one too. And there's such cute colors. Pretty. This one tries to put their stuff in color order. So they're actually this is one of the nicer Joann's that I have in my area. That's kind of a soft. I really don't want to work with something like that. It's too soft. And alright, so I'm done with this section. I got some cute. I might do something for the angels. If I can do a little zipper bag or something. So I'll go ahead and get that one too. We have some really cute colors. I also look for felt, because I do use felt on the back of like my coasters or inside my sanitizer holders. I use the felt instead of another piece of vinyl, and have never, one time only, used the felt off of the roll, or a bolt actually, but any other time I always got my felt from remnants. So let's go to the next one. Well, here is my other remnant. See how neat they build everything? All nice and neat for you. So we got some really cute colors. I am very felted out, so I don't need felt. Oh, this is cute, like a money bag. And some more Christmas stuff. Blues are pretty. Nope, I don't see anything vinyl in this section. Oh, cute flamingos. I'm taking that one. Don't tell anybody. Oh, here's some Disney. So I always pick up Disney. Always. If I have a remnant for Disney, I always pick up Disney stuff. It's always the big thing. Oh, cute foxes, but it's in that fuzzy stuff. I really wouldn't use it. And a little piece of Christmas Disney. How cute. Okay, we'll take that one. My cart's starting to fill up a little bit. Shh. We don't tell anybody. But no, here we go. Oh, it's a good piece of green felt. Oh, just snatched some vinyl. Here's another blue piece. And a little over half a yard. That looks about right. And if you're questioning it, you have no problem. They will let you unroll it, and you can measure it yourself. And just be sure that you measure it the right way, because sometimes they don't, and you get ripped off. But that's a little advice on that part there. Oh, another piece. Always use black, and always use black vinyl. This is almost supposed to be, yeah, we're looking at, could be almost a half a yard. So we're good with that one. So I've got a black piece in there. Yay! I think I'm scoring on a few things today. Let's see. Brown section. Oh, here's a piece, but I also do check this. This piece is $25 a yard. So, do I really want this? It's a little bit tougher, but not really. Not today. Not what I'm looking for, so I'm going for the less expensive stuff today. Put that back in there. Alrighty. And in the white section, I always look for stabilizers. This is the really hard stabilizer, which would work good for like coasters or the tree things that we've been making. Like the Grinch tree and the snowman, Frosty the Snowman trees. This is a good heavy stabilizer that can go in between the pieces. That would work good to help it stay steady. Glitter, white. Don't need any more felt. So, now to the special section. Oh, I found some Star Wars with, oh, Valentine. I think I'm going to grab this Star Wars Valentine piece. How cute. And, alright. Found one more remnant bin. And this one usually has like just the plush. Ooh, that feels really nice. It has just the fleece, a lot of felt and fleece and stuff. Not too much on the... Actually, I like this piece. Let me see. Is this the one I use? No, this one feels rubbery. Kind of cool for a soft applique on a zipper bag. I usually use something like this for the Mickey. I think I might get it. It's only $20 a yard. So this one, yeah, there's a lot of fleece in this one. Sometimes you might find that vinyl piece or something kind of cool in them. So I always make sure I check out all the remnant bins that they have. I even ask them to take the remnants out from under their counter just to check those too as well. Let's see if there's anything. It's kind of crazy, but yeah. Oh, glitter black felt. We've got a lot of felt in here too. What's at the bottom? Anything cool? Oh, a couple Christmas things. This one I thought, it's like, oh, here's a coffee one. True Love Coffee Drama. I am not a coffee person, but just because I'm not doesn't mean somebody else isn't. This might be cool for like applique on coasters. So there's some ideas. Some of the fabrics I see and choose are for some appliques as well. So I just might get this. Never know that somebody might like a coffee type coasters or lattes. So I think I'll grab these two. And I don't see much more in the bins. So always check everywhere. Ask them if they have any other remnants anywhere else. And you can, they'll always be glad, like down here. See down in the bottom, they have all those remnants all ready to go, but they just haven't put a price on them yet. But it's okay, because if you grab it, they can do it up front. It's not their favorite thing to do, but we can always check it out. So I might have her bring it up and let me look at them. So, all right, we'll get back to you. Always double check in between. Alright, and now this is the setup. They cleaned it up a bit too. Kind of looks like they may have taken some stuff out. This is the spot check. Every Joann's has one. And this is where you can find some really good deals. Sometimes they're not the greatest deals because, as you can see, the discounts that come out, 40, 50, 60, but when you get to the purples, you get the 70. So that's part of the deal. But the best part of this section is the vinyls. The vinyl is the best section. This is only $9 a yard. And is this like really pretty? I think I'm going to get some of this. This is so hard to tell what this is. But it's a coppery, it's got some like design through it. It's like a copper. It's really pretty. So I think I'm going to get some of this. This would be like for coaster trays, some key fobs, part of the bottom of a bag. So this would be cute. I think I'm going to grab that, and it's only $9 a yard, which is the best. But when you find these deals, sometimes you'll never find it again with these vinyls. Oh, I happened to find this. I've got this once, and I used this for the bottom of my snap trays. It kind of turns out cute. For the bottom of the snap trays, I use this pattern, and it kind of looks like it's like braided or knit, or not braided, but a knit pattern. It's really cute, and I thought I'd never find it again, so they do have it. Let's see, what else do they have? A lot of tapestry today. This is a crazy vinyl. I keep thinking if I want to get this or not. This is like really, really crazy. And it's almost, it's hard to tell through video, but it's kind of a crazy look. Also $9 a yard. But I keep passing on this one. Really don't mind this one too much. And it's always tucked in between, so you gotta find it. And some of these are a little bit thinner, so they work a little bit better maybe for your zipper pouches. This one has a felt inside. Some have a knit inside. So I happened to actually pick up a piece of this one in a remnant. So I know they have it, and I've seen it here a couple times, so I'm not too worried about it. And then they also have, I actually picked up these two. So they actually have come back with a lot. This is the Crazy Green, and I've used this for the Grinch. It is a little stretchy. It does have the felt on the inside. It's not real thin like tablecloth, cheapy plastic, vinyls. It's a little bit thicker. It's a really cool green. It's a matte finish. They also have it in blue. And it's a matte finish as well. It's got the flannel on the inside, so it's a little stretchy. Wish I had two hands, but I could show you. Little on the stretchy side, so you got to be careful with some of the patterns that you put on these. But I do actually work with these too. I have them. And what else do they have? They have it here. I'm going to buy some more. This find, I'm actually going to put this on video and show you, is, I'm tearing everything apart. Hold on. I'm messing up their display. Okay. This is really cool. And I tried to find it in other Joann's, and they don't have it. So all Joann's aren't the same, and they don't all have the same stuff. So this is only $7 a yard, and they call it velvet. It is you can see that it's a almost like a gauze on one side. It's got that knit, but this is like a smooth velvet, and I actually use this for the bottom of my coasters, so that it won't scratch on the tables or anything. So it's really nice. It's smooth. It's like a really low pile velvet. And the last time I bought it, I only bought like a yard or a yard and a half to try it. And I really actually love it for the bottom of my coasters. And people like it too. They're going, oh, that's a nice smooth for the bottom for the tables. So it does have like a gauze type loose knit for the bottom, and a really soft, like velvety feel. So this is a really good buy, and I'm glad I found some more. Yay! So you'll see when I do a coasters that I'm going to use this stuff for the bottom of my coasters. And there isn't too much more on the vinyl side, really, that they've got here. The next time I go to another Joann's on the other side of town for me, I'll see what else they have. There's a couple. Here's one that's got like a really weird velvet feel, which I thought was kind of nice. You know, some people go with the felt for the bottom of coasters. Some do another piece of vinyl. Oh, here's a really nice. This one's kind of cool. Look at this one. This is like an orangey. Reminds me of the 70s. And this one's got actually a knit on the inside. It's kind of durable. It feels pretty thick. So maybe I'll try some of this one. I'll grab it too. And it kind of seems that's all we have here on our vinyl side for the day. So time for me to go get it cut, and I'll check in with you in a minute. Okay, so I'm walking around, and I remembered that some people ask about Cork Fabric. So Cork Fabric, or your chalkboard fabric, is found in the utilities fabrics, which is pretty much kind of like this. If you see like netting and the ironing board or hot mitt type fabric, you know, for when you make your hot pads or trivets. So this is the section where you would find it, burlap, and it's called the utilities fabric or utility section. So at this point I don't see any, and I've heard that they may not carry it anymore. You do see it online a few times, and there's some on this side as well. The chalkboard, I don't even think they have, oh they do. So here's like the chalkboard. They don't have any cork. I did happen to find one Joann that I drove actually 25 miles to go get the last of the cork, and I bought it all. So sorry. And that was out in Valencia, about 25 miles from me. But this is the blackboard fabric, and it's found in the utilities fabrics. So kind of showing you in the store where that would be and what other fabrics are around it. So you kind of, whoops, I knocked their sign down. Where you would find it. And this is like the nylon, like parachute material they call it, or nylon. So this is your utility fabric section, and where you might find it in your Joann's is where all those other type of burlaps and vinyl or nylons, and this is your wool felt, and then regular felt, so, and your furs. So it's kind of, this in this store, this is the utility section here for this store. My other store, Joann's, is a little bit different, but usually those are all the types that are in the utility fabric. So if they don't have cork here, sorry, but if I happen to find it somewhere, I'll let you know, and maybe just I'll buy the whole bolt and sell it. So let me know down in the comments too if that might be something. If you see a vinyl that I happen to find and you're not able to get it or find it, maybe I can pick some up, and if anyone's interested, I'll start buying it and cutting it up for everybody and selling it. So this is the utilities, and we are headed now. I did get my stuff cut, so yay, I got some things cut, and we're headed out. And I'll see you back on the cutting table at home and let you know if I found any other deals. Talk to you later. Okay, we made it back home, and I've got my vinyl, and I wanted to share something with you because I wasn't running the video while I was there getting it checked out. But another tip, hint, or whatever, or just, you know, don't be afraid to ask, but this is all that was left on the bolt for this one. This is that really pretty kind of copper. And when she did it, she asked how much, and I could tell as she unrolled it that it probably wasn't going to quite be 2 yards. And I go, well, I'm hoping for 2 yards. You kind of say that. And they measure it out, and you've got, you know, 1 yard, and, you know, almost 2 yards, but not quite, you know, 30 inches. So you're missing 6 inches, and you're like, oh man, I really wanted 2 yards. So it's not bad to ask, but you can say to them, well, can I take the rest as a remnant or end of bolt, and they'll give it to you for 50% off. So the benefit of that, of getting that extra piece for 50% off, besides saving the money, is they don't cut it. So I now have a yard and almost a second yard all in one piece. I didn't have to worry about it being cut and then getting the remnant that's only going to be this big. I now have a full piece. So anytime you come up to that little extra piece for 50% off sometimes, you know, helps or would be a good savings, and not have to wait for it to go up on the shelf. So that was just one thing. So I ended up getting the whole rest of what was on that bolt, and I got the, what was it, probably 2/3 of a yard at 50% discount. So when I get it home, I spread it out. I don't keep it folded. I save my tubes, paper towel tubes, or wrapping paper, especially with Christmas, all those wrapping paper tubes we got. And I start to roll it, and that's to help get those wrinkles out. And it's a lot better to keep it rolled than you rolled it outwards, so that the vinyl, if it does get tough or whatever, it doesn't crack. It's easier to lay the opposite way than to try to stretch it from being rolled the other way. So we just roll it up, try to keep it straight, push it in, and then that way I keep all the wrinkles out. There won't be any fold marks, and there we go. So that's the other way is that I keep my vinyl rolled up, so I'll end up rolling the rest of my vinyl, and I put a rubber band on it, and I lay all my rolls flat on another table. So simple little trick on that, keeping it rolled on the outside so you don't have all these folds. And when you're at the remnant store, or the fabric store, always ask for that little extra piece as a remnant. Don't be afraid to ask. If they go to cut it off, just, hey, can I actually have that little piece for a remnant? And most of the time they say yes, because they don't want to have to cut it off and redo it and make one of these kind of rolls. Least work for them. So another tip, and these were my wonderful vinyl finds that I got at Joann's on this trip. So we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching my trip to Joann's. Hope you enjoyed it. Any suggestions, just leave them for me in the comments. Please give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit that bell to get more hints, trips, and helpful tips. See you at the cutting table.